MarK's Pizza. We're doing the New Year's pizza kit, and I'm here to show you how to get your dough all ready for a successful pizza. All right, so you have your container of pizza dough. You take it out, you get some flour, you put it in the flour. Don't worry about how much flour is here. You can use it up later. So you're gonna dust in the flour, put it in there. If you have a bowl, that also works with flour. Then you want to basically put it in on itself. Fold it in, fold it in, fold it in. Fold it in, if it gets too sticky. And again, keep folding in on itself until it becomes nice and smooth. And then once it's smooth up top quite a bit, you dip the top in, just like smack it off a little bit, and then you want to roll it. You want to basically press with your outside fingers down so it creates tension on top here. And then once you have it a little bit, you just keep turning it, quarter turn, pull. My pinky fingers are pressing down as well. And it's just creating nice tension on the surface of the dough. All right, done. Easy. All right, so once you're done that, put it into flour, knock that off. Put it here. We got another one here that we did earlier. Cover it a little, dust it with a little flour. Cover it. No, you don't want them too close, because you're gonna.
Do you have to seal the plastic one?
Yeah, you should, so no air gets in there. And I should have probably used the bigger piece. All right. Hey guys, all right, so we're ready to cook your pizza. So before you do any of your dough, put your oven on for about an hour, preheat it at 500 degrees or 550 if your oven goes that high. Now if you have a pizza stone, make sure your pizza stone's in the oven, or if you're using a cast iron skillet, you can always use that as well. Put that in the oven, bottom rack, very bottom rack. And once you do that, once you're ready to cook it, we're gonna do it at 5 minutes on the bottom rack. If you have a pizza stone, even better. And then you're gonna do it for 5 minutes with the broiler on, still on the stone. Basically the stone will keep cooking the bottom and the broiler will brown the top. And if you have a sheet pan, you just put it in the oven, middle rack, same temperature, actually probably a little bit lower, about 450 degrees. I go 450 degrees. And you put that in there for about, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. Check it after about 5 or 7. And then, yeah, you're good. If you need more, if the bottom's brown, you need more on the top, just put the broiler on. If the bottom's not brown, but the top is cooked, you can take it off the sheet pan, put it directly on the rack, and then that'll cook the bottom as well. And the good thing about it is you use parchment, so it'll be easier to take off the pan. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy making pizza. I know I have fun doing it. It's challenging or kind of fun with the kids. Hey guys, we're back. All right, so it's been about 2 hours-ish, 3 hours almost. And this is our dough. We're joined by Ben today.
Say hi. I'm his son. Hi.
All right.
Ooh, that looks good.
So it's pretty soft still. Nice and soft. Working it.
Yeah.
So it feels pretty good. So it's come to room temperature. It's risen a bit. I think it's okay. Here's some of the tools that you might need today. So the pizza peel, if you have one and you know how to use it, great. Pizza screen, you probably won't have this, but this is what we use at the shop. Just easier to transfer and that flour doesn't burn when we put it in the oven. But I'll show you on this, and it'll be kind of like a pizza pan option. And this regular sheet pan, this one's a blue steel pan. You can use any kind of stainless or non-stick pan. And last we have just your basic sheet pan. So anything like this, we line it with parchment so it doesn't stick. All right. So you have your dough. Take the plastic off. I always put a little flour on it.
That's really important.
It's very important. And if you have like a spatula or something, you can try picking it up It might be too sticky underneath. So I just use a spatula or a scraper. If you have a bench scraper as well, that'll work. Scoop it underneath and put it sticky side down in your bowl of flour or pile of flour. And then just press it down. Keep pressing it down. Flip it over.
Now it's kind of
Press it
spread
down.
out.
It's kind of spread out, yeah. All right, so there we have it. It's a disc. So we want it to be about, this'll do about a 16-inch pizza.
It's still sticky on the side.
So
That's okay.
we're gonna get it to that size.
Yeah. You can make it bigger if you want.
So we're gonna make it bigger. All right, so this is how we get bigger. So use lots of flour. If it feel it getting a little sticky, don't worry, just use lots of flour. So you wanna press it down, leaving some around the edge. Just want to press it in. Turn over, press it out. So this part is the part where we're gonna stretch it. So you want to put your hands on the dough, turn it and stretch. Turn it and stretch.
That's how you do
Turn
it?
it and stretch. Yeah.
That's cool.
So then you notice it got a little bit bigger. So right now it seems to be a little tough to stretch. So if you encounter this, all you have to do is give it 5 minutes and come back to it and it'll relax a little bit. It'll come more down, get a little warmer.
And there's some bubbles.
Yeah, there's some bubbles here, you want bubbles. So this one I can work with. So I'll take it, you pick it up and you stretch the edges a little bit.
Make sure to get the crust good.
Yeah, make sure
Don't
you
make it
press
too
good.
thin.
No, don't make it too thin. You can see it on this side. I can see through what parts are thin, what parts are thicker, and the back you kind of want to stretch it as you turn it. Stretch it and turn it. And it falls down. Just pick it back up. If you notice it's getting sticky, put it down.
And if it gets stuck together, that means you didn't put enough flour.
Good point. So you want to put more flour on, and then again, just slowly stretching it a little bit. Make your hands wide. You don't want to hold it like this because you'll put a hole right through it
Like that.
Now, if you do get a hole,
Okay.
you just take it, put it over, press it down.
And then hopefully
And it should
doesn't
stick.
break.
Hopefully it doesn't break. So then you want to be careful on that spot though.
Big.
All right, so see, there we go. It's pretty big.
Beautiful.
So it is. She's thick, yeah. She's thick, Benson.
Good one, Ben.
All right, so now
Perfect.
we're pretty good. Show from the top down. So we have our 16-inch. So at this point, if you're using a pan or a screen, this is where you want to transfer it to there. So I will put this over here. So you want to move this over. At this point, also you don't worry about flouring too much. You just want to get it nice so it won't stick to this guy. So you want to take it, put it on in your pan. On your pan, in your pan, whatever you have. And then just notice any thicker spots, you just want to stretch them out a little bit. We have a thinner spot here. You can kind of see it where the hole was. Just pull it over. Pull it over this way.
Is your oven on?
The oven is on.
Yay.
All right. So we're good now on the positioning. So once it's on here, or if you have, all right, so if you're using a pizza peel, we're not using that side, using this side. So this is where you want to transfer it to the peel. So, come closer.
Okay.
So this is where you want to put enough flour on the pizza peel
So it doesn't stick.
so it doesn't stick. And you put it on again.
And then
This is how we used to make them, but we found there was too much flour that we put underneath going in the oven and too much smoke. So once you get it on the pizza peel, you want to leave it on here as short amount of time as possible. If you leave it on here, this is a higher hydration dough, so it will start sticking to the board. And then when you go to put it in the oven or on your pizza stone, it'll stick here. Some parts will stick, some parts won't, and it'll just End up like a panzerotti. Yeah, wrecked. It might even be a panzerotti by the time you're done.
Are you ready for the toppings?
All right, so I'm gonna take this back off because I don't want to use the peel in the oven.
And if there's bubbles, it's fine. They're really cool.
All right, so we'll put it back on the screen. Or if you have a pizza pan, on the screen. Now the dough that we're gonna give you in the kit, we'll do one 16-inch pizza like you normally get from us, or two 10-ish pizzas. Now this is approximate pizza size, Nick, so sometimes it starts out as 16, sometimes they shrink up a little bit, you never know. All right, so this will do, like I said, one 16-inch pizza. I don't know if a lot of people have 16-inch pans, but yeah, so this is gonna be a 16-inch pizza. All right, so first step is the sauce. We've got a container of sauce. This will do one pizza, maybe a little bit more. You want to spread from the middle.
Remember to not get too much on the crust.
I was just gonna say put it right to the edge. You don't like it on the crust?
I like it on the crust. Gives
Okay.
crust flavor.
But not so much as you're gonna put on the pizza.
All right, so I like a saucier pizza.
Same.
Ben, you like saucy or not saucy?
I like just average.
Smart. All right, I like putting the sauce right to the edge, but you just got to be careful, especially if you're doing it on a pizza peel, the wood, that if it gets onto your pizza peel, that part's gonna stick.
And make sure to keep like a crust out.
Yeah, Ben likes a little bit of crust on the outside.
I like the crust. It's one of my
It's better
favorite parts.
flavor, in my opinion.
I like it. All right, so next, this is the fresh mozzarella. We had the big balls this week, so we have to cut it up. It's about 80 grams. So what we do is break it up into chunks, put it around the pizza. And then we take the shredded. So this is fresh, has more moisture in it. And this is aged, so this is your traditional pizza cheese. And again, I like putting it all over the pizza.
Mozzarella?
Mozzarella, yep. All right, so this one's gonna be for Benny Boo
What?
and Mummy.
But I get to.
You can make one, yeah. All right, so this one's gonna have a little bit of pepperoni, so you get pepperoni as well if you want it.
And a little snack, they're good.
I know. All right,
And you can add whatever toppings you want.
I'll just drop the camera because you're eating pepperoni. All right,
Sorry.
so this one we're gonna do half pepperoni
And half this cheese.
and half just cheese. So the pepperoni will shrink up quite a bit. And this is the Ezzo pepperoni. Probably the nicest pepperoni I've ever tried. Especially raw.
Get ready.
It is.
Different pepperoni.
I am
Yeah,
responsible.
from different companies.
Wow.
All right. So don't worry if, like in here, if there's some sauce showing, the cheese will melt and it'll fill it in. Again, here at the shop, I don't like too cheesy a pizza. So, actually, I'm gonna
Nice
take
and
some
close pepperoni.
Actually, I'm gonna take some of the house because Mommy said she
Too
doesn't want that much
cheesy. It's
pepperoni.
not the best.
Well, then more snacks for me.
Just don't drop the camera this time.
Okay.
All right, so it's all ready to go. So if you have a pan, you're good. If you have the pizza peel, this is where this will be on your pizza peel before you put it in the oven or in your stove. You want to slide it near your counter just to make sure it's moving. If it's not moving, you can lift up an edge, throw some flour underneath, and then whatever you do, test that it's gonna move first before you get to the oven. Yeah, what do you want to say?
You can add pepperoni. You can add pineapple only if you like it. Like don't.
You like
You
it?
can add whatever toppings you want. I prefer cheese just for me.
Yeah. You like it really saucy?
I like it like I like a big sauce and the crust, but not all the time. Sometimes I'm like no sauce.
Okay. Deal with that. All right, to the oven we go.
And it's a 2-story oven.
It's a 2-story oven. So our ovens are about 500 degrees. So put your oven at 500 degrees or the highest it'll go. And then
Make sure not to burn it.
and that'll go for about 10-12 minutes.
Okay, my turn.
Alright guys, so now the pizza's been in the oven about 10 minutes-ish.
Ooh, she nice.
That's pretty
Put
good.
these a little bit more there. Check the bottom. No, the bottom's still light. Just give it a couple more minutes.
Yeah. Make sure not to burn yourself.
Thank you.
Safety patrol.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Oh.
All right. So now Ben and Els are gonna try.
Yeah.
Try doing it the way I was doing it. Okay. So Els is gonna go first. You gotta sprinkle flour on it.
All right. Okay. Yeah. And then
Y'all.
and right?
Yep.
Dip it in your
My turn.
Dip it
Yep.
there. And then do I put it on the other
Press it
side?
down in there.
Do I put it on the other side? Like that?
Yeah. Flip it over.
Now that looks like slime. We need to get.
All right. That's good. You can take it out now. Now Ben, your turn.
There, Ben. I got you, Ben. I got you.
Sprinkle flour on it.
I did.
Okay.
Scoop it up. Now, I'm gonna touch you. What? What'd you say?
She's thick.
All right. good
Remember
job,
to get
Ben. Els,
most of the
leave some pepperoni for everybody else.
Okay.
All right.
No, can't go like.
So now you press it out a little bit more. Press it out a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like keep pressing it in. If you need flour, if it's not like going around smooth. So Ben, looks like you're too thick around the edges. She's too thick around the edge.
And then I
It's too thin in the middle, so
you did, but this is
you have to take the edge and spread it out a little bit. Els, you're doing good.
Getting a little too thin now, and then just
What was that?
All right. So you want to take the edges and pull it up, like go far closer to the edge and pull it
Like
apart
that?
gently. It looks like Ben might be throwing the pizza.
I feel like I can do that.
All right, good job, Els.
Oh,
Yours
I
getting
love
bigger.
these bubbles. They're so distracting.
Just press the on.
This button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Ben, how you doing?
I think I need to put.
More flour. Now flip it over and keep doing it. Now, since you have really thick edges, so go around it and press it. Press it out. So it kind of thins it out. Here's looking good, Els.
I think that's good enough.
Ben's is looking thick.
She's a thick girl.
And I'm a thick boy.
No, you're not. How you doing, Els?
I think I'm doing
So
good.
now
It's getting
put-
a little
now
thin.
Use it on your, you know how I did it on my knuckles? Try doing that, like
Like
lifting
that?
it up. No, underneath.
Oh,
and,
right.
and stretch slowly. Slowly stretch.
Whoa.
Yes.
I got a hole in
All
mine.
right, Ben. You know what we're gonna try with you?
I know what to do. I just flip it like
All
in
right.
the previous
Like
video.
this.
If
This
you
is beauty.
If you didn't see
that
it,
good? Is that big
go
enough?
back to the channel and watch.
All right, Ben. So you're having a tricky time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put flour on
Right
it,
on my hands are serious.
and then you're gonna use the rolling pin
Okay,
to
guys.
roll it.
Hopefully you guys have a rolling pin at home.
Yeah. If you don't, use a wine bottle.
Disasters can happen.
Many people have those.
Yeah, especially if you're grown-ups.
Why? Well, I would kids have them.
Okay, Ben. Do it a little bit more on the edges. So you want to go like this, Ben. Watch. Want to push the edge out,
Okay.
then go this way. Push the edge
Okay.
out. just the edges, not the center of it. Because the center's already thin. How's how you doing?
I think I'm doing good. It's gonna be a bit sticky, so I'm just gonna flour it down.
All right, Ben, yours is looking good. So even thinner. So now, grab the edges like this, and with 2 hands, just gently pull apart. Yeah, and go all the way around. Here's a little bit out.
It's getting a bit thin here. Here are these parts.
All right, Ben, looks like you might need to do a little bit more.
Flipping?
Nope. Rolling. So make sure it's got lots of flour.
Yeah. And also, guys, you can also put flour on the rolling pin.
Yes,
That's true.
more.
My sister taught me that.
So the edges, right? You just want the edges all the way out. Nice. Oh, that's looking good too, Ben.
Okay.
How's yours look? You can maybe use a little rolling pin action.
Yeah.
So hang on a second. Hang on a second.
I think it's big
Want
enough.
lots of flour? Flip it over.
Wait. This for dinner?
All right, Ben. Yours still a little thick still.
No, it's a little thin.
You like it like that?
Okay.
Okay, I
So
think that's good.
the only disadvantage with the rolling pin is that you lose some of the bubbles, but you still get. Still
okay.
can,
The
still
bubbles-
Get,
Still delish.
When the bubbles, like when
I'm
they go in
happy.
the oven with bubbles on them, sometimes they grow really big, and then if you press on it, they'll like, it's like probably really
Pretty.
cool.
Dropping the pepperoni.
It's cool.
I'm ready.
Make sure you get some bubbles.
What pan am I gonna use?
Which one's gonna use? All right. So we're gonna we decided to do it on pans. So Elodie, you're gonna get the one parchment lined pan. So lift it up and transfer to your pan. And if shrinks up a little bit, you just pull it around. Make sure there's flour on it too.
Thanks.
I need some of the flour.
Okay.
I'm putting.
Make sure there's a little bit of flour
That's what
on
I was
there.
gonna do.
What pizza? Take that one on top.
Okay.
All right, good job, Ben.
Mine do be looking good.
What is it?
This do be looking good.
I'm gonna have mine a little bit skinny. Can I cut it with a pizza?
I'll have my hair up.
Okay, so stretch it as big as you can, okay, Ben?
Please start I've done
No.
it before.
No.
But I've done it before.
Not here.
Okay.
Okay,
Ready
so
for me
Okay.
sauce.
yours can go a little bit bigger too.
Don't
Just like
no,
stretch it.
so
Nice.
There we go. Okay.
And
Now.
if it's not stretching easily, just leave it for a
5
few
minutes.
minutes.
Okay.
All right, sauce it up. Then yours is
Right in
looking
the middle?
point. Yep.
Use the big spoon or little.
Then can you go grab the cheese from over there?
Remember to have some cheese. That was kind of disgusting without the cheese.
Oh, it's just a cheese pizza then. No sauce.
I like marinara, and I'm not adding cheese.
Are you gonna do marinara?
I'm gonna do marinara
Guys,
because I'm probably lactose intolerant because I hate cheese.
guys, look at that. Look at that. I
That's
just
not why people are lactose intolerant.
Oh, okay.
why? What?
Never mind.
Okay, Ben,
What?
you doing pizza or
I
what?
want to use the sauce.
We want to
No,
go
wait, didn't I yell that? What are these for?
Yeah, so marinara, you gotta put double the
What
sauce.
are these for?
Me.
Is both of them? Never mind.
The sauce also kind of like soaks into the bread, I find.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like
Okay.
one.
that's good.
Okay, now
Thank you.
All right, so on this one, you're gonna get the garlic and you're gonna put garlic on it.
first. Okay, garlic first. So some peeled or shredded, I don't know.
Can I just pour the whole
Garlic.
thing on it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna film and putting it in the oven.
All right, so now we're putting Ben's in the oven.
Was I filming on camera?
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
All right, in the oven it goes. About 10 minutes.
Should I
Check
put
it.
this in the
We'll check it
oven?
after about 5.
Hopefully it doesn't melt.
All right, let's go over to Al's.
come out good.
So we'll check back in about 5 minutes. Give them a rotation. With these pizzas, sometimes you might have to take them off the sheet pan, depending on how well they're cooking.
Also, guys,
And yeah, just put them right on the rack.
And Ben's pizza when it comes out.
yeah, looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's very mine when it comes out.
All right, so
She looks good.
there's Elodie's pizza,
Can I cut mine?
and here's Ben's pizza.
I'm gonna cut
We had to
mine.
take them off the rack just to get the bottom brown, but they look pretty good.
I'm gonna cut mine now.
It's hot though.
Can I cut mine?
Take it off and put it there.
All right, I'm gonna cut some and give it.
I'm gonna cut mine.
Okay, here, go ahead. Here, hang on a sec.
I'm just gonna do it.
All right, so pizza's out of the oven. Gave a couple of slices to the grandparents.
And then what?
These crusts,
On the slicer.
see that bubble on the crust? That's what you want. That bubble on the crust.
What was it? Good?
Good.
Ben's actually eating it. Wow, that's great.
I love pizza. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed making pizza. Hopefully your pizza turns out well. And if worse comes to worse, you can make it into a panzerotti.
Yeah.
Subscribe for more. Bye.
Video is sponsored by MarK's Pizza.
And my channel.
All right, thanks, guys.